Good morning. It's Sunday morning, and good news. I hit my first weight goal, 280 pounds. And I realized one of the reasons that I'm as big as I am is I just love to cook and I love to eat. But I want to share something with you. A really good recipe for biscuits, if you like biscuits, that's pretty low fat. This one, and I'll explain to you why it's low fat as I'm doing it. It's low fat because you don't have to put any lard or butter or shortening in there. We're starting with 2 cups of flour. And this is just regular all-purpose flour. Plop it in there. We're going to keep this out to put on our board. 2 tablespoons of sugar. The sugar helps the biscuits to rise. Also, to help them rise, we're going to put in 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Not soda, baking powder. And it's probably more than we need. But I like big, fluffy, airy biscuits, and that'll make them big and fluffy and airy. And then we're going to put in a ½ teaspoon of salt. There we go. Now that's all the dry ingredients that we're going to use. We're going to mix this up, and here's really the secret, and this is not my recipe, by the way. I got this off of, I don't know, some cooking show. And we're going to use whipping cream instead of milk. And I know it's cream, it's got a little more fat in it, but not quite as much as if we we're cutting in lard or shortening. We're going to slowly add in about 1.5 cups. And now you can do this with a spoon and a mixing bowl. I just like using this neat little gadget. This KitchenAid is actually a gift from my wife, but we both use it and like it. You don't have to do a whole lot here. Just get it mixed up really good. I've cleaned up my countertop, and now I'm going to turn this out onto here. And just to show you how easy this is. This always amazes me. Of course, now I'm going to have trouble getting this off. There we go. Just how easy this is. We're just going to kind of take all this dough, make a big ball out of it. And we're just going to knead it a couple of times. And don't be afraid to get rough with it. You know, almost like you're mad at it or something. Here we go. A little flour on top. I usually get flour all over myself. The dogs end up white, and they're black to begin with. So we're just going to fold this over and knead it on itself. And by the way, I've already got my oven preheated to 425 degrees. That seems to work best. We're going to just take this dough now and kind of flatten it out into a 1/2-inch lump, and I try to keep it kind of square or round. Let's see, what are we going to do today? We're going to do, looks like we're going to do round today. These are such good biscuits. It's not exactly round, but you know, I'm not a perfectionist on what shape my biscuits are in. And now, what we're going to do is I just cut it like a cake into 8 wedges. Let's get a little something on here to keep it from sticking, and we'll just arrange these on our cookie sheet. Now these are pretty good biscuits. Let me show you. This is the whipping cream container. So you see that's a big biscuit. Somebody that normally eats 2 biscuits may only eat 1 of these. Now we're going to stick these in to the oven at 425 degrees for 7 minutes. And then we're going to turn them around and bring it back at that time. At any rate, while we're waiting, got to have a good cup of coffee. It's been 7 minutes. What I'm doing here is I'm just turning these. Be careful, because you know 425 is pretty hot. I don't know if you can tell, these things, look at that, they're already that high. Those are some big fluffy biscuits. Now you may not need to turn yours around, but if your oven doesn't cook evenly, and mine doesn't necessarily cook evenly, it's nothing special, just a regular construction grade oven that's in here. So I turn it around, make sure everything gets cooked nice and even. And one of the other things we're going to do is we're going to make sure as soon as we take these out of the oven, we're going to take them off the cooking pan so that the bottoms stop cooking. And I'll show you why when we come back to that. Time to pull them out. And I'm just going to put that up there so I don't burn my counter. Oh man, look at that golden brown. And these are huge. I don't know if you can tell. You notice I'm pulling them off. See, they get nice and brown on the bottom, so we don't want them to cook any longer on that pan, so I'm just transferring them to this. And I don't know if you can tell. Can you zoom in on that? Ooh, I haven't put it down. It's really hot. Look at that. Nice split that it's puffed up so much. But look at how nice and, oh, man, put a little butter on that. Heaven. We had a flower incident with our dog. Cara, look up here. There you go. This is supposed to be a totally black dog. But as usually happens whenever we make biscuits, she gets into the flour. Bye, Cara. We'll see you in another video. Alright. Back Sunday morning. Everything's cooked. We have the in-laws in from San Antonio. Here's Mark. Mark, what do you think?
I think the biscuits are great. I've had them before and I love them.
Come on, that sounds like I made you say it. What do you really think?
They're the best biscuits I've ever had. No place, nobody can ever do them any better. His recipe is awesome.
Well, there you have it, folks. The best biscuits in the world. Right there. You learned how to make them today. Today, we've got some apple butter that we're putting on them. That's healthy. There you go. Good apple butter, a little blackberry jam. At any rate, more later. Take care, and good luck losing.